Hi, it's Kendall from Dr. Hightower's class of Curriculum and Instruction, and today's homework is a quote by Ron Edmonds. Well, I have to say, I hate the quote, but I think Dr. Hightower chose that. You chose that for a reason because it brings out a lot of angst in me, especially the we part. Educators often get blamed for so much. And so when we have successes, it's the I, but when there's the blame, it's all of us and we. And that's my problem with the quote, because there are so many hardworking educators who really look out for children and students and are doing the best they can above and beyond before and after school, weekends, holidays, and summers. So the quote lays a lot of blame, and it's very controversial. Well, the second question of that part is what's the biggest single obstacle to successfully teaching all children? And I think there are two parts to this. The first part is reading levels. When we have so many children that still can't read, even though they've been in our educational system since kindergarten, first grade. So helping students that have severe disabilities, helping students get onto grade level with reading is a huge obstacle because we can't do it the same old way. You know, students aren't learning nouns and verbs and other parts of speech. There's a reason behind it. So we can't just teach the way we always taught. We have to do something different. Next, the other thing I think is the other biggest obstacle to teaching all children is that in our teacher educator programs, we're learning enough about emotional intelligence. And I found a really good, interesting quote. And it comes from the Emotional Intelligence book by David Walton. And he talks about a paper published by the UK government in 2001 called Achieving Success in Schools. And it described the importance of working on the emotional intelligence of children. EI was seen as something that was promoting positive, collaborative behavior that would result in more effective learning and better creativity. And it basically teaches students to take responsibility for and be able to manage their learning, to develop the habits of effective learning, to be able to be confident and work independently, to solve problems and be resilient, be creative, entrepreneurial, and inventive. So the outcomes of achieving these skills are identifying and handling, expressing emotions, anger, and anxiety, building self-esteem, and developing social skills through the friendly friendship offered in classes and schools. So this is something we want our students to learn, but a lot of our teachers don't know how to work with other people and work with people from diverse backgrounds. So I think this is something that we could do a better job in teacher preparation programs of handling the emotional intelligence side of teaching, and that would help us reach all learners. And the second part is a moment that we were caught up in the magic and the joy of learning. And this was easy. My sophomore year, it was our poetry class, and we were studying poetry in language arts class or English class, 10th grade year. And I had to choose a person to bring to life. So this was from chapter 4 and 5 in Understanding by Design, bringing any text to life. And I chose Hugh O'Brien. So I got to dress up and become a cowboy, and I actually carried little plastic pistols to my class in my waist, and my boots and my jeans and cowboy hat. So it was something that was really fun because I had to stand before the class and I had to enact the text and be the character that I had written about in my essay. So this was something my teacher, Mrs. Moore, that I will just never forget. And it also brought apart something else in chapter 4 and 5 of self-knowledge. It was one of those things where you got to be confident if you're going to dress up in front of other students, especially your peers. That's the hardest part. But I've always found that when you have to go in front of your peers, it's always better to do it in character and someone else's character than yourself. So again, another challenge from these YouTube videos. Thank you, Dr. Hightower. So here it is, my homework assignment on a late Sunday night. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed listening. Bye-bye.